Once in about 20 years comes a motorcycle that revolutionizes the entire motorcycling industry. However, when such a revolutionary motorcycle normally comes along, it is initially dismissed even by the purists. Today I am talking about the Africa Twin DCT. Let's find out what makes it so revolutionary. Stay with me. Hello, I am Bosky and this is the Art of Unwinding channel. In this channel, I share my motorcycling experiences both on and off the motorcycle that can help make your motorcycling experiences better. And please consider subscribing so that you can stay up to date on the content. Today, I am thrilled to be able to ride this Africa Twin with the DCT transmission. The adventure motorcycling segment actually started to grow about 20 years ago. The European motorcycle brands dominated this segment and even now dominate to a large extent. The Japanese were a bit slow on the uptake of this segment. They had a few motorcycles, however they were popular only in some parts of Europe. The Japanese are now starting to cut into the segment. We have the Africa Twin obviously, then we have the T7 from Yamaha, we have the 1050 V-Strom from Suzuki. So Japanese are coming. Honda came late to the party and boy, did they come in style. They revived an amazing name from their history, the Africa Twin, which was originally a 750 V-Twin, quite famous during the Paris-Dakar rally times when it was run in Africa. And then there was a lull. Honda kind of let go, or they came up with motorcycles that were insipid and did not draw any attention. They made up for all of this with this latest motorcycle. And that is just the beginning of the story. What they have done, the revolution I was talking about, is the DCT gearbox. Many of us remember the automatic cars from about 20-30 years ago. They were slow, sluggish, not very great. We could outrun, outperform an automatic, even a sports automatic with a manual shift. However, last 10 years that has completely changed. Automatics have become much faster, more efficient and way quicker than any manual transmission. Even an expert racing driver is unable to match the precision and the speed of shift of an automatic, a current generation automatic. So in the cars, our perception of automatic has changed. A lot of cars are now automatic, especially the high-end cars. They come with sports transmissions, quick shifting transmissions, sequential shifts. So it has taken the manual shifting out of the game. Also in those days, automatics were frowned upon. Whoever drives an automatic was not a man. A man had to drive a manual transmission. Well, look what happened to the man when it comes to scooters. The same man who was using Bajaj scooters, shifting gears, today is riding automatic scooters. So much for that man theory. The same revolution is now happening in motorcycles. It is just started thanks to Honda. So tell me, what do you think about automatics in motorcycles? Please share your comments in the comment section below. I love to hear from you. When I first got on this motorcycle, instinctively I reached for the clutch. It wasn't there. Instinctively my left foot was searching for the gear lever. Not there. It took a few seconds to digest the fact there is no clutch lever and there is no gear lever. Once that was done, things became much easier when riding. I had read a lot of rave reviews about it from magazines and articles across the world, that it is as good as a manual transmission. It shifts as good as any rider would want it to. I had the chance to try it this morning, and believe me, this is the future. This DCT will trickle down to other motorcycles, other manufacturers will join in. This is if the first iteration is this good, I can only imagine in 5 years' time how amazing and how fantastic the DCT is going to be. The DCT shifts when I would want it to shift. It's like there is a connect. Once we get on to a down slope, it drops a gear. It senses, and also on the down slope, it does not shift into higher gear and get rolling much faster. It holds that pace exactly like how a manual shifting would work, and that is confidence inspiring. I did not expect this gearbox to be so good, so intelligent. I am pleasantly surprised. I have become a big fan of DCT. I rode this only on tarmac, very little dirt, like it is a very small stretch. We just rode off the highway and came in here. I don't plan to do much dirt riding for two reasons today. I don't own this motorcycle, and two, I am rubbish off-road. So I'm not going to try any stunts. I'm quite happy with tarmac, winding tarmac, broken tarmac. And all those terrains, the gearbox behaved perfectly. The only tricky place which takes perhaps a little longer to get used to is at very, very slow speeds, especially when probably trying to make a very tight U-turn. That is when it's a bit tricky. Takes some getting used to. Apart from that, there is everything else. We get used to it very fast. Nothing bothered me. There were no moments where I felt it should have shifted, or any moment where I felt it should not have shifted. The rider still wants to shift manually. There are buttons. There is an upshift and a downshift available here. It will override whatever auto system it has got. So even that is catered to. If at all I decide I wish to drop a gear or two, I can do it manually by clicking a button here. And if I want it to shift up, I can do that with the button here. So this takes care of everything that a rider might need. Beautiful sounding engine, a 270-degree firing angle. Kaukora.
Hi, Vaski.
Hi. So you rode it a few kilometers this morning.
Yes.
And when I saw you come and stop, I could see a big grin on your face. What do you think of this? What was your first impression?
I think after I had the first trial of my RD350, it literally made my eyeballs pop out with the sheer acceleration.
When was this?
And this was back in 97, 98.
Okay.
So I was a small little kid. And this bike with the DCT was entirely different to me. The smoothness with the gear shifts. And it's like, you know, when you're trying to ride fast, you tend to slip the gears where you don't drop the throttle, but you just finger the clutch, and in that moment you upshift. I think that's the feeling that it gave me. The acceleration was fantastic. I think this was very good experience for me riding a DCT for the first time ever. So
yeah, you were a bit skeptical. So was I. You were perhaps a little more skeptical about the automatic, what we call an automatic.
True.
But this DCT, I think, is a different animal.
Yes, I agree. I think it's got more to do with the mindset.
Yeah.
As I said, you know, I come in right from the days of your 97, 98 riding the RD350. You're more used to the clutch, you're feathering the clutch and all that stuff. Now with this bike, that school of thought should evaporate. If you have that mindset, adapting to this bike will be difficult.
Yeah, I think it's more here.
Yes.
But this is an intelligent gearbox.
Yes.
And it's got different settings, rider preferences, aggressive upshift, aggressive downshift, all that is possible.
True.
And there is a manual override. We can always downshift or upshift,
yes.
bypass the automated system. So it is a mindset. Yes, for maybe 5% of the riders, very sporty, very aggressive, capable, very talented riders, maybe may not be for them. They are more into it. They need something more manual. And
yes.
However, the 95%,
I think it will cater. And even the riding posture, the seat, the small bits that I could pick up, it's amazing bike.
This is a different animal.
True.
This is an animal, a different animal.
True, I agree.
It can be sedate.
Yes.
It can be aggressive.
True.
It's got that wide range.
I think the spectrum is quite...
Yeah, exactly. You got it. It's a spectrum. It's got a broad spectrum.
Yeah.
We can tour lazily on this for days together.
Yeah.
Or burn rubber.
I agree.
Yeah, it's able to deliver that broad spectrum of performance.
Yes, exactly. It's spawned a new thought process saying, okay, fine, now I have the V-Strum, yeah, it's doing the job pretty well. No,
Yeah, same here.
Nothing wrong there. But then, if you're looking at something that's much more luxurious without being bothered about the upshift, downshift, and let the engine manage it out, I think this is the one.
So all in all, a great motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think DCT is a revolution, and I am not going to be surprised if other manufacturers also start with such kind of a transmission. It's only going to get better. We remember the automatics, the cars several decades ago, they were dull, boring, slow. See where they are today.
True. The DSG, I guess.
Yes, the DSGs of the world.
Yeah.
So I think what the DSG is to cars today, the DCT could become for the motorcycle. Honda have done a fantastic job, and I am their #1 fan now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dirt Dawn, this motorcycle has 2 headlights.
Yeah.
When you came in from the test ride, I saw 2 headlights.
Yo.
your eyes were as big as
Yeah, true.
this. What do you think?
The first impression was like, for me, like a kid on a roller coaster ride. It was something similar to me.
Nice analogy, kid on a roller coaster ride.
Yeah,
First
that's
ride.
how I felt. And it was, it went to the starting slow space. I didn't throttle it.
Yeah.
But once I throttled it, wow. It blew the wind out of me. The gear shifting is so smooth. I never noticed any difference.
There was
there's no jerk.
shudder and jerk.
Just, it transmitted so beautifully.
Amazing. It's a great
And
motorcycle.
the road presence is fantastic. The moment you got the bike, when we started off, man, it was something amazing. It's got a beautiful road presence. It
Red,
looks
white and black
awesome.
Honda colors,
It looks awesome.
and is one of the best color combinations in the Africa Twin. I think overall it's a absolute fun motorcycle.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's the review done. I hope you found the information useful. If you liked what you have seen and heard, remember to hit the like button and consider subscribing. I am Bosky, and this is the Art of Unwinding channel. Till next time, happy and safe motoring.